Calabar women take people's husband away and do not allow your husband travel to Calabar. If you have any intention of leaving your husband to go to Calabar alone, you better have a rethink, because those girls, their waist is on fire. Do not allow your husband travel to Calabar alone. Go with your husband. Calabar girls, they snatch people's husband. And then, you hear all these stories. But my question is, a man who does not want to be snatched, can he be snatched? No. Do I encourage long distance relationship? No. But when I tell you this story, you've discovered that it is not. Anyway, let me not go, above myself, but let me tell you the story before you decide if it is Calabar women that truly take this men, or the men are the ones that love Calabar women. Let us go into the story. So, a guy, I will not be mentioning his name because it's a true life story, in case his friend, who happens to be very close to me, gets to see this video. And his friend met me. Before we met, he would say, Calabar women, their waist. Calabar women, be careful. Then he told us the story of his friend, who was a banker with, I think, Oceanic Bank, the then Oceanic Bank. And he is from the South, a place in the South. I don't want to mention a particular state, but because Calabar is a case study, we are going to talk about that one. So when he was transferred to Calabar, his wife did not go with him. The wife was in Port Harcourt. I'm gradually telling you this side. So one day, the wife, they were doing well, everything was fine. And this guy decided to start talking to his seatmate, who is a banker also. And they got talking, and from one thing leading to the other. Even when the girl knew that he was married, they became friends. From friendship, he saw that she was a pleasant person. From being pleasant, the next thing, the girl's mother would, when he comes to visit her, she will pamper him and say kind things about him and all that. That was how this man did not call his wife. He will stay, he won't call his real wife. The wife kept complaining, what's going on? Why are you not calling? Before you knew it, this guy decided to marry this girl, this Calabar girl. Now, the reason he told his friend, who is close to me, that made him marry the Calabar girl or fall in love with the Calabar girl, is the way the Calabar girl keeps the house, is the way she takes care of him. That when he comes back from work and she is maybe on leave and she's not, like when they now got married, that even before they got married, she will serve him food, she will take his, help him remove his shoe, she will pamper him, that he was not seeing that in his marriage. So with all of this pampering, taking care of him, calling him, her mother even gave the guy a name. I don't know if the mother was not aware that the guy was married. I don't know if the mother of the girl was not aware that the guy was married, but all this name, the woman now gave the guy a name. So the woman will, before the guy comes back, and even when the daughter comes back, she would have made food and sent to them, that kind of thing. So he saw that he has never had it this good from his own previous mother-in-law, or the one he's still. So he now decided that he should marry this one as second wife. The one that he's dating now, who later became his wife, was not having a problem becoming a second wife. No, I don't know if she had it at the back of her mind that the man would eventually divorce his wife, but she played her card so well. Like I will say, because it's a true life story, do not stay. If you know your husband cannot control himself, I don't advise people staying apart for too long. But if your husband cannot control himself, don't allow him travel to anywhere alone, not just Calabar. It is not about Calabar. It is about, yes, I know that in Calabar we are trained to take care of our husbands, to call them. We are trained by default, not that they call us. I know there's a place they call the fattening room. The fattening room is a place where if you go through the fattening room before getting married, you will go through the lectures. But naturally, a Cross River woman, a Calabar woman has, by default, we are very accommodating, caring, and sometimes our care is truly from a honest concern. But if the men now may interpret it in the other way, and the thing is, we care for both men and women, not just the men. But sometimes some men, misunderstand it, and then they begin to get so used to us. But we that are smart, we quickly make them understand that no, we are just being kind to you because we want to be kind to you, not because we want anything from you. Okay, so this guy, after for a long time the wife didn't hear from him, the wife did not bother. The man now came to Port Harcourt and packed everything and then told the wife that he was not interested in the marriage anymore. From he wants the girl, because before he got married, she didn't even know he was married to someone else, but he decided that he should just tell her because he was tired of hiding it. And then he opened up and told the wife, the first wife. And the first wife was like, she was heartbroken, but she didn't show it. And then they had about, I think, a child or 2 kids. So now what am I saying? If you're in a distant relationship of this nature, it's not just Calabar. Because I decided to make this video because they've really, really accused Calabar women. Calabar women would love to give you good food. They would love to. In fact, the funny part is that in our place, we don't see keeping water for a man to have his bath as a problem. We don't see, holding the washing hand basin for a man to wash his hand as a problem. It's something that is in us, like it is part of us. It's something that happens by default. It's not like you must be trained to do it. It's something we just find ourselves doing. I remember as a very young girl, single girl, I was in Calabar, and then I met a friend who was, I think, a naval officer then. We went out to eat unconsciously. I held water for that guy to wash his hands. Immediately I did that, he began to, he was dotting on me. He wanted, as in we should date and all that. He has never seen this kind of a thing. I said, no, don't take it personal. That is how Calabar people are. We are very, especially when we love somebody or we are friends with somebody, Calabar people can give. And when they give, you might misinterpret it and think it's because they want something. No, it's not because they want anything from you. If you see somebody who is from Cross River or Calabar and the person is not caring, check that person. That person may have come from a dysfunctional home. It is rare. We are accommodating, not because I am from there, but I'm telling you, we are very accommodating. We don't want evil to happen to another person. We do not plan evil. We follow people with an open mind. Even when people try to plan evil, we do not. And that is why you will see that every Hausa or Muslim that marries, there was a man I met in a bank, the wife. That woman is an ethnic woman. She's a Calabar woman. She's been married to, it was even her sister-in-law that was telling me in the bank. She's been married to the man as at that time for 28 years, and the man never married a second wife. So sometimes all these Muslims that marry second wives is not because they really want to marry second wives. It's because maybe the first wife is not paying attention to them. So they feel that the best way is to marry a second one. What if the second one does not also pay attention? Why not work on the first one and make her a better person? Or while you people were cutting, even though some of them in their tribe, they don't cut. They have already kept a wife for you. When you are ready, you marry. But I think courtship is good so that when you don't want to continue, you leave. But in this case, the Calabar people are wired differently. Those who went to fattening room, they give them tutorial of how to take care of a man. See, a Calabar lady is trained by default how to handle a man, and it's difficult to see a Calabar woman being divorced except something else is happening. It's difficult. Calabar women, when it comes to homemaking, they are very good. I know some people said it is because of the bedmatics house bed, that's why Calabar women keep men. No, that's just an addition. That is just an addition. It's not the real reason. Calabar girls are not just good in bed, but they are very caring and they care.